good one. It was so funny. It was just one take. I'm ready. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and in today's episode we're going to talk about the top 3 problems of a fat person. Top 1. Low self-esteem. A lot of my friends would always tell me that I do look like I'm very confident. I'm a very confident person, that I'm always positive and confident about my look and about myself. But there's always a point in your lives, personally in my life, that I feel really down and low. I don't have this self-esteem, especially sometimes like I do compare myself to other people. That's the triggering point. Once you actually compare yourself to other people, that's the time it's going to fuel your mind and you will lose the confidence that you have. So that's the top 1 problem I do encounter, which is having a low self-esteem. But as what I've told you, you just have to brush it off. Don't compare yourself to other people because you are a unique individual and you're a lovable person. So that's just how you're going to handle it. And you need to take like all the positivity, fuel that in your mind. Because the more you feel positivity, these kind of things are just like going to be nothing for you, and you won't be thinking like, too bad about yourself or whatsoever, because you know that you are worth it. Like I personally encounter it myself is health issues. That's one of the worst thing that could ever happen, being a fat person, being unhealthy. And obviously that's going to affect your whole being. It's not just like mentally, but like, emotionally, physically, all the aspects of your health and well-being will be affected if you're not healthy, of course. Now, as what I mentioned in a previous video, being fat doesn't mean you're unhealthy, because some people, you might call them fat, but they're not really that obese on that level. It's just probably because that's their frame and all that. Don't take it from me scientifically. I'm not a medical expert and whatsoever, but this is just based in my opinion, okay? But what I'm just actually trying to say, when you become unhealthy, obviously, it's not going to be good for you and your whole being and your body, and you will get some diseases. You have like low immune system and whatnot, and that's not something good. So that's the top 2 things that could be, like a top 2 problem if you are a fat person, which is really sad. That's why I don't really promote bad eating habits, because not a lot of people could just, it's not going to happen like in a snap of a finger or like overnight or whatsoever. This is something that's going to be part of your journey. If you want to be healthy, try to do something about it. Probably try to eat like, healthy food, and like slowly, like small steps. I always believe that, little steps can come a long way there. So if you do that slowly but surely, well, I'm actually on the same page as well. Road to health, being healthy, legit. The top 3 is relationships. Well, having a relationship takes 2 person liking each other or falling in love with each other on a deeper sense. Obviously, most of the time, it's not like, it's not a normal thing, to be able to like someone how do I say it? I'm trying to say a word that wouldn't sound a bit too harsh. Well, I'm on the same boat, so I don't really care, but I'm more concerned about like the people watching this video, if they will feel bad about themselves. No, please don't. That's just a disclaimer. Don't you ever think about that one. What I'm just trying to say is, because whether we admit it or not, being fat is something out of the ordinary, like legit. Because obviously, the first, how do I say it? Like the main attraction or attracting point is like if you look good in the outside. Like that's normally like how people look into a person. But obviously, if you are out of the ordinary in a bad way, then they wouldn't notice you. Something like that. But what I'm trying to say, this is one of the problems, because you get so insecure about yourself because you see like TV ads or like people like in the media, they try to project beauty as someone who's skinny or sexy, not being fat, you know what I mean? So it's the kind of problem when you wanted to have a relationship, because not a lot of people would look at you as a good person or like someone beautiful or handsome if you are fat. So that's just a bit of sad reality nowadays. So that's one of the things that a lot of fat people like myself are like kind of like going through. But what I did have a great takeaway from what I've watched last night from Netflix. One of the series there, the title was Sierra Burgess is a loser. So it's pretty sad because she's actually tagged as a loser because she's a bit weird, you know. Well, she's a bit weird at some point, and she's also fat at the same time, but that's not the main concern. That's not the main point of the movie, not being fat or whatnot. But she was actually called a loser because she's like different from the crowd. She's a bit different from like the classmates or like everyone, the campers. And my greatest takeaway there, because there's a line that the guy actually said, Jamie actually said, if we haven't met, I don't know like the exact wording, but like the thought is something like this. If we haven't met like this way, you are the type of person that I wouldn't really notice, and you're not and you're not everyone's type, something like that. And then the girl was just like, oh, okay, I knew it, something like that. And then and Jamie said something like, but you're not a typical type, but you're my type. And I was so killing, like legit. But you know, if you think about it, like that's gonna be a problem these days because you can't get into relationships if you are like not someone's type. Like not the typical likable person or the typical type of person that someone would really hang out with. So, but in that series, better watch that guy's so killing. I really enjoyed it. I was so killing as well, even though I'm already married, but I still feel that feeling. Because even though she was a bit unique, but the guy actually liked her for like who she is. So just to sum this up, guys, you know, fat or not, you don't really need to separate yourself from the world because everyone is different, everyone is unique. Is what I mentioned, like Sierra in the movie or in the series. You know, she actually found someone that actually liked her personality more than her looks. So at the end of the day, these three things, like these three problems or issues might not be also like the main thing that you will focus on in your life, like except on the health side of it. But like the confidence, low esteem, and what's the last one I just mentioned? Like having a relationship. I think it's just like a matter of time, or if you click to someone, then that's it. I do believe on that. Like, I mean, it's more personality. You get to know to a person. It's not automatically means that you have to be perfect to be loved or to be liked by someone. But I mean, if you can improve yourself, then that's good. If you are in the process of like trying to lose weight, because you don't do it for other people, you do it for yourself. You want to do it for health reasons, or you want to do it to be better, to look good, feel good inside, and you will do. I mean, you feel good inside, you feel good outside. And you're going to be like glowing, not just on a literal sense that you are glowing like highlighter, like my highlighter at the moment, legit. But you are actually glowing with confidence, with positivity. And that is kind of like a magnet for you to attract people to be closer to you and, you know, to be part of your life. I hope that you have learned something from this video. Don't dwell on the problem. Think about how you can get away with it and what you can do about it. This is your Fatspiration by Brandy, signing off.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe.